Alright guys, we're trying this again. I guess our special involves that thing regardless, you know.
Here goes nothing.
I don't know if they actually did any damage with that electric thing or not. Come on, I'm not about to die. Come on, come on, come on, come on! This is not an easy game, y'all. Girl, what you just standing there for? Did I just electrocute the blind woman? Knock him down. I think I need to save that one. Stay alive, everybody. Stay alive, everybody. Knock him down. Okay, knock him down. You try to stay alive while you do that. My work is dead too. Woo! Hit him with what else, girl? What else? What are you doing? Get in the fight. Come on. Come. Fuck. Lord Jesus Christ is my witness. Yeah, what this tail, y'all. Why is this girl up close and personal? I'm supposed to be far away blasting. That's most likely why she be dying too. Come on, what is this? What is this? What is this? Knock him down. Come on. Maybe I gotta start distracting them with both of these people. Okay, yeah, I need to concentrate. Yeah. Alright, turnover, hurry up. Alright, now it's your turn. Okay, the rest of the people are here, y'all. The rest of the people are here. I think I need to use... Oh, Nyoka, don't die. Damn it, that'll just bring her back too. Where is he at? Knock him down, knock him down, knock him down. So we have more time to deal with these other people. Why is she hitting people? What is she doing? Trash. Do I do more damage when I hold it? Find out next time. Dragon Balls. Oh, crap. Okay, run. Oh! Woo! His life is down to like halfway now, maybe. Not less than that, but you know. Almost to the point where I can manage it myself. I just know I need to be on the opposite side of those things when they, you know, when they come out to play. Why does it look like they on, oh, I guess they on whichever side I'm on. Come on, this is how it starts, y'all. This is how it starts. Come on, can I run? Can I run? Can I run? Can I run? Whew. Come on, go. Go, damn it, go. Reload. Ooh-cha. Ooh-cha. Did I reload it? Oh, crap. Go, 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 go. Why ain't this thing been running like it's supposed to, you know? You know, why does it look like there's even more hiding in the corner somewhere? this game. Fuck your mom. Alright guys, here we are trying it again. I've died hella times. My lady's already dead. As you can clearly see, they're always dying. Oh, and I'm about to die. Oh lord. Gotta reload. And try not to die again. Come on. Come on. Pew, pew, pew. Damn people. Yeah, that's right. Oh lord. Oh lord. I need to get rid of those small dudes and then I can focus on the big dude, you know? Yeah, y'all seen that. Okay, how many small dudes are left? Hopefully I can get this guy dead, you know? No more people coming out yet? Okay. Okay, I think that's the last of that small dude. Whew. I gotta get him to charge the wall, you know? If I can get him to do that again, I think I'm all good. Come on, come on, come on. Woo. I was almost all good with that one, y'all. Come on, heal it, heal it, heal it, heal it. I'm so close, y'all. I'm so close to dying. Oh, oh Lord. Heal it up. I got 13 heals left. You know, last time I came so close and y'all know what happened? I think y'all see what happened. Well, actually, I haven't even uploaded it yet. Oh. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Woo. I was so close last time, and I ran out of heals, and I was so not happy. I think these dudes are hitting even more than before, you know? Like they pack up more of a punch. Oh crap! I gotta pay attention to my surroundings, you know? Okay, that was those two right there. There's this guy right here. Yeah. Okay. I got a few left. I got 8 heals. 2 of these guys, and then the boss. If I can get him to run to the wall one more time, I can probably end him. Okay, I didn't end him yet. Reload, reload, reload. Okay, just the boss left now. Oh crap! Even just that boss dude is getting me. Okay, 69 of these. I need him to do that thing, you know, where he charges at me at the wall. Then I can get him. Yep, come on, do it, do it, do it. Oh, he did it, but he's not staying stuck. He's like bouncing right off now. Whew. I gotta get back to this gun. That's the one I know I can at least damage him with, you know. Come on. Pew, pew, pew. It's like those Star Wars sounds, you know. I'm so close to destroying this man's whole career. Oh, wait, did I do it? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Hibernation chamber key. I was about to say, who was that? I was about to light some folks up. Okay, let's get going. No, I really don't have many guns or anything else, so.
Why won't you?
Oh, really? That's it? I know she didn't just shoot at me like that. Oh, yeah, level 22. We doing big things today. Okay.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh?
Yeah, darn right.
You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? I doubt I could change your mind even if I wanted to. You've already done more than I could ask of you. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves. But I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the Board's authority. But the Board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the Board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The Board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. As the colony struggled to survive, the inspirational story of the iconoclasts spread like wildfire, and Graham was able to bring many of the smaller Terra 2 townships into the fold. However, his zealous obsession with spreading the word blinded him to the needs of a growing organization, and the movement was unsustainable at scale. The iconoclast way seemed to work best, and ultimately petered out on Monarch. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. It was said that the first corpse that fed her garden belonged to Reed Thompson. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the Board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. Before his untimely death, Captain Alex Hawthorne had plans to restore and modify, for combat purposes, a sanitation and maintenance automechanical that he'd found in a state of disrepair in Emerald Vale's scrapyard. That unit remains broken down and forgotten in the Unreliable supply closet to this day. Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and left Dr. Wells to his own devices. The affairs of the colony never distracted you from living out your own dreams, to captain a ship, to sail the ether, and to earn a reputation as the greatest spacer Halcyon ever had. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Well, guys, that's the end. Thank you for going on this journey with me, and I'll catch you next time.